In today's video, we're talking about the Urzikstan Gulag. This Gulag is exceptionally unique as it takes on many different layouts, but the principles you use to win should always remain the same. Sit back, relax, and whip out that pen and paper. Let's get into it. To start the video off, we have our clip number 1 here. Now in today's video, I'm going to be showing you 6 different clips where I have 7 different tips that you can kind of take down and put into your own gameplay. Now in this first clip, we're going to be going very standard here. This is one of the most standard gulags that you'll get. You have the left box on the left, the cover in the middle, and the box on the right. Now in this gulag, this reminds me of a lot of former ones that we've had in the previous games, especially in Caldera. You're going to want to run straight to the box on the left, and that's kind of what I'll beat down into you guys today. For tip number 1, we're talking about go on the left side. You'll always play left. It's very easy to play the left side, and you'll see exactly why throughout the rest of the video. But we'll go ahead and play this clip, let you guys see what's going on, and then we'll get into it, break it down a little bit more. Go in, make it to the box, and now I'm just listening. That's all you got to do sometimes, is just listen, because your opponent will make a mistake like this and run right into your arms, because he's wondering, he's kind of getting a little antsy. He's wondering exactly where you are. You're not making any noise. You haven't thrown a lethal. He throws his Molotov, runs the opposite way, runs right into me, and it's a very easy kill. Obviously, every gulag isn't going to be this easy, but every gulag you should be going on the left side, except for one way. Now, I can show you one way where you shouldn't be going on the left side, so let's get into that now. Moving into tip number 2, for the reason that sometimes you shouldn't go left, we have look at the enemy. Now, sometimes the enemy, before the gulag will start, you can see them showcased in red there on the opposite side of the gulag. Sometimes they'll look right or left, depending on which direction they want to go. Now, obviously, sometimes they can fake you out, so don't use this as a 100%, if they go right or if they go left, depending on where they're looking. But this is a good way to sometimes pick up some free kills and some free gulags, which, as you'll see here, I spawned him with the 5 attachment MCW. I see him look right there at the beginning, put in a few shots on him, and by this point the gulag is basically already won. You can see I'm wearing 3 plates. I know my opponent can't find any more plates in the gulag. He has none, and so I'm kind of just waiting. He throws a smoke. I don't think he's gonna run into it, so I'm just watching this pre-aim, and it turned into a very easy gulag. And I've defaulted back to my left side. So once I went right, got the break on him, I default back to my left side to kind of fake him up a little bit, and it's a side that it's most easy to play. The left side is just always very inherent, and I get a free gulag win. Now, that's the only time I'll sometimes go right instead of left. Let's hop into another engagement. For our third gulag tip, we're going to be talking about lethals and tacticals. Now, obviously, when you spawn into the gulag, you have either a smoke or a stun or a flash, and you always have a Molotov or any other lethal like a frag grenade that you could throw at your opponent to either take them off guard or just break them, giving you a free gulag win. Now, in this gulag, the lethals and tacticals get very crazy, but there's definitely something to learn from it. So you'll see, I get the standard gulag here, the one that you're going to get most of the time, and I go left, go play that left side heady, and he doesn't immediately peek my left, so I snap over to the right once I hear his footsteps. Now, he doesn't initially peek it. I pop up, see him on the middle there, and he's already thrown a lethal at me. Now, generally, when somebody throws a lethal or a tactical in the gulag, they're going to go the other way. You guys saw on tip number 2 when the guy threw the smoke, he just went the other way, didn't even use the smoke as cover. This guy's throwing the Molotov at me, so I know to look to the right because he's not going to be pushing through his own Molotov. So as soon as he throws that Molotov, I throw my Molotov right, push over to the right side, see what he's doing. And you'll see he throws his flashbang on my right side again. Well, this is my left side now. And I know if he throws the flash on the left, he's going to go play the right. So I go ahead and pre-flash his right side, get the flash grenade on it, and I peek that side again, and he ends up just chowing the middle. It was a lot of a scramble there, and obviously a lot went down, but the principles are still there. When your enemy throws a lethal or a tactical, a grenade or a smoke, they're probably going to run the other way. Now, there is one instance, though, where they aren't going to run the other way, and that's this one. This one, as in this one, not that one. You get what I'm saying. Anyways, let's get into our next tip. This is tip number 4 for the zip line. Now, there is a zip line that comes down in some of the gulags. Some gulags do have a ladder, and in those, taking the ladder is generally not what you want to do. But there is a very, very big tip to learn from this, and this is look at the ground. Now, the ground, you can even see from starting, there's a smoke grenade over there, and you know that sometimes you start with a smoke grenade. If there's another smoke grenade on the ground, that's multiple smoke grenades that you're able to throw at your opponent, especially if you're on mouse and keyboard. This is something you want to take into consideration. Now, going into this gulag specifically, I was not even planning on shooting him. I was just going to take the gulag, and this is exactly how I've done it, or the zip line, not the gulag. I'd love to take the gulag on him. Go and pick up my smoke grenade, and I've already got 2. You can't hold more than that, so I throw one, pick up this other one, and I push into the center here. I hear him there, shoot him a few times, but that's just to scare him. throw a smoke grenade, and you can see the timer at the top. That's 3.5 seconds until the zip line drops, not until the gulag ends. So I'm waiting for that. Throw my Semtex, scare him a little bit, throw my smoke, see the zipline goes, and boom, I'm up. And I've just won a gulag for free. The zipline is a very big tool, especially if you're not too worried about getting the kill in the gulag. This is a very good way to consistently win gulags when there's a lot of smoke grenades or other lethals on the ground. It's a great way to win. We'll go back here a little bit and just see exactly what went down. Throw my smoke. I can hear him running to my right. He's just a little bit scared all willy-nilly. And I do want to say, I have a full video on zip lines and how to do them properly. My nose is itching. We're good to go. All right, zip line drops down. Instead of just running up to it and clicking your use key on it or just mantling the zip line to go up, you can jump before you start ascending on the zip line and you'll get a way faster animation. You could skip the whole first animation. If you want to know more about zip lines, do check out my zip line video because there's a full in-depth guide on that. But as a very fast, once you're going on the zip line in the gulag, you want to jump. So you'll see, I don't just click ascend right now. I jump and then grab it and I'm up very quickly. He didn't even get a shot off on me. So let's get to the next tip. For tip number 5, we're going to be talking about adapting. Now, this gulag right here is a singular gulag that I actually don't teach people to go left on. I know. I teach everyone to go left on every gulag except for this one, depending on what side you get. Now, this gulag, if you've played it before, and you'll see here in just a second, this side is completely wooden. The other side is completely made of stone. You can shoot through this side, you can't shoot through the other side. So I play this one, I run directly to middle and take an early engagement off rip. If you didn't want to do that, say you want to do a different strat, my best bet for you in this gulag, especially when you get this wooden side, is to pick up the smokes on the ground. You can see a smoke right there and play for the zip line. Very easy, works a lot of the time, but this is the way that I play this. So as soon as this starts, looking straight down the middle, and I'm just going to chow him on this heady right here. He's got one on his side, I've got one on my side. My plan is to get up there, tag him a few times, and then work from there. But in this gulag, you can see he pushes straight through, doesn't expect me to be in mid that fast, and I get a free kill. But if you don't want to play this one in the middle, I would not recommend on this wooden side. You can see the other side is stone. On that side, go left all you want. I would go left on that side. On this one, either go in the middle where I'm going or use the smokes for the zip line. That's the best thing to do when you get this side, because this side is objectively worse than the other side, because this guy could have played a heady right here and shot me through the wood when I can't shoot through the stone, of course. So that's the only exception. This is just about adapting, and that's for this gulag specifically. Okay, you've made it to the last clip, and this is the 2-in-1. So I mentioned earlier, we have 6 clips today and 7 tips. This one has 2 tips in it. Now, we're getting straight into the first tip here before the game even starts, and you heard this a little bit earlier, but you'll see it firsthand here. Now, when the gulag starts, you'll notice I'm looking straight at him when there's 7 seconds to count down, but here in just a second, I look towards the right side, and you guys know me. This isn't the gulag where I go in the middle on. This isn't the gulag that I go on the right on. I'm going to go left here, but I'm looking right. Now, sometimes you could use this to your advantage. Sometimes you can't. You just kind of have to gauge the other, your opponent. Now, does your opponent think you're bluffing? Does your opponent think you're going one way? Regardless, it's going to do something good for you or nothing at all. So you might as well throw it in there. This is a big tip, though. I will say it's won me a lot of gulags. It's cost the enemy a lot of gulags where I see them going one way. We killed the person going earlier when he went right. I saw him go right. Got a free gulag win because of that. But you knowing me, I'm going left here. So I look right, I'm going left, and immediately I'm up, irons up, and he accidentally mantles the box. I'm assuming here, I don't know, but I get some free tags from it. But you're going to see tip number 2 here in just a second. Now, in the gulag, a lot of the gulags will have this little lip right here. And you could do this on a lot of things. It's called stair glitching. It's not an actual glitch, and this isn't an actual stair, but it works just the same. Now, it's a little bit of a heady. You could lay down on the ground, and they will not see you. Even if they do see you, it's almost impossible for them to shoot you. It'd be so hard. So I lay down, and I hear him kind of roaming around that middle area, so I'm just eyeing that down. But, I mean, I get some free tags on him, and he doesn't even see me, let alone return fire. Now, that laying down mechanic you could use in a lot of different ones. There's the gulag where there's the water on the left side. You can do that same laying down mechanic. You can get in the water and do that on the little heady, win every single gulag that way. This laying down thing is something that you could put in your actual games as well. If you ever see a staircase and you lay right below the top of the staircase and look over the top, it is so hard to shoot someone over that. Almost impossible. So use this in your gulags. Right here, I didn't get the kill with it, but we'll go ahead and play it back just so you know exactly how to get into position. Shoot this guy, and I'm trying as hard as I can here, so I use the laydown tactic. shoot him a few times, and by this point, I basically already won the Gulag. I still have 3 plates. I hear him in the water, throw a few shots. He pushes back because of those, see him in the back, and I get the free kill with the pistol. Using my secondary, don't want to reload the AR, a little bit lazy, but again, I get a free Gulag win because of that. Makes it super, super simple, and that's all the tips I have for you guys today. If you use all 7, I promise you, you'll be able to shoot absolute nukes in your games. Tell me down in the comments below. Tell me if you enjoyed the video, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.